All right, well, we're gonna try to tackle this coolant problem today. I actually got the radiator draining so that we can get the antifreeze out of it. And I picked up another flex hose. You know, I hate these stupid things, but when you're messing around with parts that don't normally fit, you gotta do what you gotta do. I also picked up a 160-degree thermostat. And as I mentioned before, we're gonna go back to the original straight water pump housing. So basically, I'm gonna remove this 90-degree billet one and get that out of there. We'll put the straight one that's coming out, and hopefully the longer hose will now be able to, you know, basically come off here and then kind of make a little bit of an S shape. Not sure if you saw before, but if I take a straight edge and I put a straight edge right here, you can see clearly that this part of the hose sticks up higher than the radiator, and that's no bueno. So I'm gonna get this thing all drained, and then we'll pop that apart and we'll start putting the new stuff on and see if we can solve that coolant problem. All right, it's all put back together. Got a little bit of a shorter hose on the bottom, and we have a new upper hose. Actually, what I did was I switched the longer hose from the bottom and took the shorter hose, so I kind of flip-flopped them. It seems to work. So if you look at a side angle, it looks much better. There's no high point there. Hopefully that lower hose isn't too short, but it's on there. It should be all right. We went back to the straight thermostat housing, and I put a 160 thermostat in it, and I drilled a 1/8-inch hole at the very top. So the next thing I'm gonna do here is, this is actually the bleeder for the coolant. So this is a 1/4-inch Allen socket. So we're gonna pull that out, fill up the radiator till we see it start to dribble out here, and then we'll button that back up and continue to fill the radiator back up. All set, ready to go. Let's start it up and watch the temperature, hope for the best. 94 degrees. Big difference now. The radiator is actually starting to heat up. So I have a 160 thermostat in there, but I mean, at this point, this radiator hose is starting to get warm. Let's see. You guys remember yesterday? See, that's already at 90, 110. The radiator is at 79. The lower hose is at 84. So this is starting to come up. Okay, so put the cap on. 143. That's 160. So that thermostat should have opened. Let's check the temperature on the lower hose. There it is. 108 there. 141 there. 110. always go higher, but keep an eye on the gauge. 167. All right, 192. Fan kicked on. There it goes. Going down. Holly friggin' Maria. $190, fan shut off. Right at 187, 188. Let's give it a little throttle. Shut off. I like the way that looks. Of condensation in there. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm actually driving the car for the first time in almost a year. It's driving on its own power. I'm watching the gauges. Everything looks like it's supposed to be right now. I'm pretty friggin' stoked. All right, well, I just went for basically a 40-minute ride, and the car never got over 175 degrees. It never even got warm enough for the fan to kick on, which was awesome. Transmission makes a lot of noise. I think we got an issue with the front bearing, and I think my clutch needs to get readjusted because all I can smell is burning clutch right now, which is weird because it comes off the floor quite a bit before it catches, but we'll throw it on the lift and we'll take a look at it. But overall, no leaks, no smoking, no noises that I had heard. Yeah, so I'm gonna get it back over to the garage, get back up on the lift, and yeah, let's take a look at that clutch adjustment. But I think if I can get the clutch adjusted, we'll take a look at what's going on with that transmission. But maybe before that, as long as the tranny keeps shifting and does what it needs to do, I think we should take a round 2 and see if we can get this back over to Turbo Mike, see if he can play around with it. It does need to be adjusted. If light acceleration, it shifts through the gears perfectly fine. But if I start to give it any sort of a load, a little bit more throttle, it starts to hesitate and fall. And then as I'm coming to a stop, if I push the clutch in, and if I'm, the RPMs are up there and I push the clutch in as if I'm coming to a stoplight, it idles down significantly and actually it stalled, and I rolled it into this spot here. So I'm sure that's just some sort of an adjustment. But overall, I think we're getting there. And I'll tell you, man, the feeling to actually be able to drive this thing again, oh my God, it's so awesome because I freaking did it myself. So I'm pretty stoked about that. But yeah, so let's get it back home and see what we can do.